So here we are with Coach Rena Wakama. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this journey. So as a first generation born Nigerian American, talk about your experience getting into the game of basketball and your dreams of the game.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't easy. Being a first generation born Nigerian, sports isn't like a career path for us, right? It's go to school, be a doctor, be a lawyer, do something with school. And I kind of was a little defiant and said, no, I want to play sports. And I was headstrong in that and kept doing it, and I was able to form a path. So I'm super excited in coaching.
So I do want to ask this question. Did you know you wanted to coach? Was that something that you even considered?
No. No. When I was a senior in college, I never forget this day. I was talking to one of my assistant coaches, and I was like, she asked me, was like, do you want to coach right now? I was like, nah, I want to play. And after I get done playing, I want to get a regular job. And little do I know, I actually did that. Yes. And I hated my regular job. So she knew it all along, but me being young and naive, I had no idea that I wanted to coach. And clearly I'm here.
I think that's so funny because I feel like that's a lot of journeys for people who play sports, particularly women in sports. I'm sure, and you can share a little bit more about this if you want to, but I'm sure that that's a conversation you have with a lot of your players, your student athletes, about the journey, what happens after the game, because you're a recruiting coordinator. These are conversations you have every day. So it would be interesting to hear how those conversations take place and your role in sharing your story in that.
Yeah, I mean, and they're very similar. Not knowing, and then I think one thing now I used to say was I don't have any patience and da-da-da-da, but once you love something, you're gonna find a way to have the patience for it. And I think the biggest thing with me too is I love watching people grow and watching the process. So I have some young ladies right now, coach at Tulane, that we started in July, seeing where they are now is amazing. And that's why I do it. I get that fulfillment, I get that joy in watching people go through their journey, go through their process in life.
The Olympics. What was that experience like? I wanted to wait for this moment to hear for the first time from you, because I can only imagine, you're probably still processing it at the end of the day, just what that stage felt like. What was it like to coach against some of the best coaches in the world and getting as far, the only African basketball team to get as far as they did. So talk more about the Paris Olympics and what it felt to be there, what it felt like to be there.
It was everything. It was life-changing. And it taught me a lot about myself and just about, like I said, having faith and just believing. Once you believe, anything can happen. And if you get your team to believe, anything can happen. So I have a big shout out to my team and my staff, because they kept me grounded through it all, and my family back home, my village, my friends, even Coach Langford, for allowing me to get the opportunity to do that. I was in a great space mentally to be able to do that. I was comfortable, and my girls were comfortable. So we were literally out there just having fun, and we knew that we were playing for something bigger than ourselves. So that's what made it easier for us to do what we did, right? We weren't just playing for ourselves, just playing for Nigeria. We were playing for the continent of Africa and showing that, we deserve to be on that stage.
I get chills hearing that, just knowing that what you're playing for is so much bigger than the game itself. And I think I was really excited to know that you're bringing that energy back to New Orleans. You've talked a little bit about the momentum building and your philosophy around that. Can you elaborate on what it means to take that momentum from the Paris 2024 Olympics and bring that to the now, being here at Tulane, sitting here on this court?
Yeah. Tulane has a lot of rich history, and Lisa Stockton just retired, obviously. This is a tradition here of winning, and there's a level, right, that everyone has to meet when they put on a Tulane jersey. So I'm super thankful to be a part of that, but now is to also help Coach Langford in her new era, get this program back to where it's supposed to be. It kind of reminds me a lot of my team, the national team. We were young. It was our first time being together. But we had one thing, and that was love, right? We loved each other. All right, and Coach Langford stresses that every single day in practice. That's the first word in the program and our core values. So bringing that underdog mentality right now. Obviously, we're rebuilding, but we're going to be fine. Coach Langford is a winner.